Tonight, we're going to talk about IX Global, and I'm sure some of you have probably heard about the amazing things we've been doing at IX Global. I mean, just one of the fastest growing companies in the world right now. We're achieving amazing accolades and different things. We have the #1 earner, tons of money being paid out to people just like you and me, and it's really exciting. And so I'm motivated tonight to give you all the best I can of what IX Global is all about, right? What our vision is, what we've been doing. And I'm sure some of you have probably heard about DebtBox too, and this amazing company we partner with. So we're going to talk about that as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually jump in first and show you really, what is IX Global and the whole picture. I grew up in a small town outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm just a middle-class kid. When I get excited, I start talking fast. And so I'm going to try and make sure I slow it down tonight. That's my East Coast part of me, talking fast. But, I never thought I'd be doing business around the world. I never thought that, we'd be doing these types of things. I just wanted to, make money and have free time. I wanted to snowboard. I grew up snowboarding. I used to compete snowboarding. And I went to school for nursing. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 16 years. So I've worked all through COVID. I'm telling you, no matter where you are, your background, what your struggle is, I'm telling you right now that IX Global can be that opportunity for you. This is an incredible company, and we're looking to change lives, and we are all around the world, as you can see, all the amazing people on this call right now. So if you were brought here tonight, if you're new, welcome to this IX Global, it's getting a chance to see this IX Global. I call it a family. If you've been around the block, I hope you learned something tonight, but I'm going to give you a really good overview of what is IX Global and what's it all about and the amazing things we're doing. So let me jump in here, share my screen. We're going to dive right in. So like I told you, I started out in business about 15 years ago. Okay. So I was like anybody that might be new to this call. I had a friend call me and say, and this is the exact words, and I hope we can have a little fun tonight too while we go through this, but these are his exact words. Bro, I found a way to snowboard all the time. I said, I'm in, what is it? And that was my introduction to this. And so I'm just so glad that he had called me and shared an opportunity with me. I met a mentor, and it's been an amazing ride. And it's really been a pleasure to get to IX Global, because I've been an entrepreneur for a while, and, I have never seen anything so exciting, but really built for an average person to win. And so, IX Global, and we're going to talk about its mission, but that's why we're here, right? It's just an exciting place to be. And that's what we're doing. And let me go through a couple of things real quick, and then I'll dive in a little bit more in the story. But I want to put out a disclaimer tonight, right? That, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but none of this information provided is intended as investment, tax, accounting, or legal advice, right? You use this information contained at your own risk. IX does not promise or guarantee any income or particular result. Okay. That's the gist of this. If you want to read it all, I can, go ahead and do it fast. What we offer, right? IX Global offers education software and hardware. Do your own research. Use that information contained herein at your own risk. Getting involved in any financial market involves risk of loss. I hope we all know that. IX does not promise or guarantee any income or particular result from the use of the information. Never borrow money to get involved in business or market, and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. So these are some really good principles. I wanted to hit on this first, just because, we're a very serious company. We're based in Utah. We're almost 3 years old. We did over $200 million last year. And it's really based on this principle that we are going to innovate, inspire, and impact. And that's the goal of IX Global. And I actually have known the CEO, Joe Martinez, for over 15 years. I actually met him. We both kind of started our entrepreneurial journey at a similar time. And he is probably one of the hardest working guys I've ever met, one of the most giving people I've ever met. And me and him were both in a situation where I just love it. When I met Joe, and I was a little burnt out on what we were doing, right? I was investing, I was doing business. And I said, Joe, what makes IX Global different? And he said, Chris, he said, I've always wanted a company that somebody with nothing could become something. And I love that. And that's really what his principle was, is I want to help people around the world improve their life, right? And it goes back to those principles, right? Innovate their life. inspire people, and impact the world. And so we've generated, as you can see, from 2020, we've now gone from a small company to over $200 million last year. And our goal is $500 million this year. Now, if you're brand new to this, what does that mean? It just means that we're crushing it and we're looking to crush it more this year. Now, you can see a lot of cool stuff on the side. We've been #1 company, #1 momentum, top earner in the world. We'll talk about that. Generating sales. What this just shows is that the people here are excited and we're winning. And what the other thing I want to say about our corporate team is every single one of these people has a ton of experience and they're great people. I've actually known Paul Barlow was a mentor of mine early on. Misty Martinez is amazing. I say Joe's the hardest working guy I've ever met. Misty might beat him, the hardest working woman, but the hardest working person. Joshua Fair's incredible. Bob, Ozzy Tomas, me and him work all the time. And Luke Epps, I can't say enough about him. Nicola, she's amazing. And then Colby Jones, our director of digital media. We have a powerhouse team here. And I know this might sound like I'm going a little bit more in detail on this, but I just want you to take from this, it's important who's running the ship. And really what IX Global was it was built to be a home. It was built to be a home for entrepreneurs. And if you have any inkling right now, and I want to talk about, there's a lot of worry in the world, right? Nobody knows this economy. I hear both sides, right? The economy is coming down around the world. And I also hear, oh, we're on the up and up. So a lot of uncertainty. And, I just read where this last month was some of the most credit card debt ever created. People are taking on multiple jobs. There's a lot of worry. Well, the whole goal of IX Global was, how do you create digital entrepreneurs? How do you help people make money on this while they're doing their everyday lives, while they're working, right? While I've got a break in the hospital as a nurse, right? Which you don't get very many, but maybe I could take a trade in the financial market, or maybe I could create something in crypto or e-commerce that I could better my life. And that's what IX Global is all about. It's for you to be able to make money on your phone through your networks, through the markets, and all these things. So we started in the financial markets, and we're going to talk about DebtBox. If any of you got invited through DebtBox, you're going to get excited because that's going to happen. But I want to talk about this. So financial markets, e-commerce, blockchain, NFTs, crypto, right? I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's a really turbulent market. How do you navigate that? But even more, community and leadership and social networking and technology, using your networks and using, growing as a person. And that's really what IX Global is. It's a self-betterment platform. Now, a lot of you might not even, a lot of people don't even realize that we actually have some incredible education and in the financial markets. And that's really key, right? How do you navigate what's going on in the world? Well, guess what? It's knowledge, right? The more knowledge you have, the more successful you can become. So we have created over 300 hours of professional material and courses, education in multiple languages, live education that you can actually learn from experts and learn how to read the markets. Now, we do Forex, crypto, stock, all these things work together. And it's just such an incredible thing because, when should you get started learning this stuff? Because guess what? Where there's recession, where there's fear, there's also opportunity. And this has changed my life, right? The more you know, the two things I've realized is the more knowledge you have and the more network, the more people in your community, in your circle, those are the two biggest secrets to success. And the third, I would say, is persistence, right? Sticking to it and being persistent. I guess the fourth would be consistent. We'll talk about that. So we have amazing traders. One of my favorite is the institutional traders at IX. Institutional trading, I used to trade with the charts and everything and all these different stuff. Well, I learned through IX that you can actually follow the banks as they move the market. And if any of you want to know how the banks control the market. And it's just, we have a university style academy. You can actually learn freshman to senior. So it walks you through step by step. So some of you, this might not be what you're interested in, but for anybody that wants to learn the markets, that wants to learn, you can, and I'm telling you, you can do this on your phone or on a computer anywhere in the world. And we also have Telegram groups, channels where you can follow the traders. We're very transparent. Every week we talk about our trade signals. So this is just a really cool place where you can make some extra money. And what I want you to get out of this call today is IX Global is a multiple stream of income machine. Okay. If anybody's ever heard you need multiple streams of income, you need a plan B. I believe now more than ever, this is an incredible vehicle for that. So Another tool we have is e-commerce. We don't talk about this, and I'm only going to hit it. We actually teach you e-commerce where you can sell stuff online, right? More and more is being bought online. We also have a travel cashback travel platform that's actually incredible. I use this all the time. It gives you cashback discounts, just incredible system. And what IX Global is it's a platform. And what we have at IX Global means that we can bring any product to IX Global in our community that's going to better our lives. And so you're going to see this company, what Joe Martinez has said is, we're going to always be innovating. And what I love about that is, when we started in 2022, to go back a year, right around this time, Joe said, we're going to do $100 million in sales. And it's like, how are we going to do that? And then what happened is, we actually were able to partner with a company called DebtBox. Now, through timing, luck, and relationships, I've actually known Roy Nelson for over a decade. He's an incredible guy, just so wholesome, such a just a great individual. And he actually partnered with some amazing people, Jake Anderson, Jason Anderson, Shad Brannon. These guys are they're smart and they're savvy, and they are bringing something that the world, I've never seen. And so I've been involved in crypto since 2017. And I thought it was the craziest thing I'd ever heard. I was like, this is nuts. And then I started to understand the technology behind cryptocurrency, the technology, the blockchain technology, the way it works. And I understood when they said this technology is here to stay. And now what these guys are doing, they've evolved it to the next level where they've taken real life commodities, real life things like oil, gas, real estate, aluminum, satellites, and brought it to the blockchain. So combining the two, and DET stands for decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology. And so we're going to dive into that a little bit. So what is a node? So this is an incredible way that you can earn crypto through these rewards and through node mining. So when they first started mining crypto, it used to be these electric machines that would take a bunch of electricity, and you'd have to have these huge warehouses. Now it's all done through the cloud or just through simple mechanics. And a node is where data is stored, received, and transmitted. So these are crucial to network security and integrity, and you can own them or rent them. So how does DET work? Using their proprietary software, you can turn your computer, laptop, cloud mining into this blockchain miner. And by purchasing these node licenses, you can get it activated, and you can earn rewards daily on these projects. And we're going to talk about what those projects are. So you earn the rewards daily, and then you can withdraw those rewards and redeem their value of other tokens. What does that mean? That means you're earning. The other day, I was actually out snowboarding in Powder. I live in Park City, Utah now. And it's a dream. I love it here. And my node was mining. I have nodes, and they're just mining, and I'm earning token while I'm living my life, while you're working, while you're sleeping, while you're spending time with your family. You can be earning in the crypto market. And we actually launched with a token called Black Gold. Black Gold is oil. And so a physical oil production was tied to the token. And these are just some stats, right? It started out at a very low price. It went up over 120,000%. We sold out of licenses, and our ecosystem, we have over 65 wallet holders with over $1 million, doing 2 million a day in volume. We have huge sales, and we have some top 30 tokens already. So for anybody that's new to crypto, this is really good stuff. For anybody that knows crypto, this is very real. And this is what I want you all to get out of this. As I go through this and I hit on all these points, I want you to get 3 things out of the DET tokens. 1, the people running the show are really good and they know what they're doing. 2, the projects are real, and we're going to talk about that. And they're already out there, right? It's not something we're saying, oh, in the future, these projects are real. They're already happening. And 3, the tokens you earn are your tokens. Nobody is holding on to those tokens. You get to have control of your tokens. So what is Black Gold? Black Gold was actually oil, physical production of oil. And we actually have an amazing video. If whoever invited you, have them send you this 6-minute video, or go to IX Global on YouTube, and you can actually see where they tour the oil rig. They actually scan. So let me back up a second. You guys can tell I'm getting excited. I'm starting to talk fast. Let me take a break. Take a sip. Let you guys digest that. I told you I was going to just be coming at you with a lot of good stuff. So DebtBox has proprietary scanning software. And What's so cool is, and this software has been around. I have people say, well, this software's been around. Well, yeah, AOL and Yahoo were around. And guess what's now happened? Google, right? Well, now Bing, if you guys follow the news, that one's coming up fast with their AI. But, you know, Google happened, right? So that they took technology and they actually you know, made it where they can scan the earth and see any element, because every element vibrates at a different vibration. And they can pinpoint right where things are in the earth, which is crazy, right? So they actually use their satellite and they did this in Nebraska. We actually, you know, a lot of leaders went out, they scanned and they could see right where the oil was. And they could even go deeper and see there was more oil deeper. And I'm going to tell this story. Now, the story was told to me by my mentor and one of the master distributor of the company, Brian Robert. But I think it's a funny story. Is they're out there with a guy who owns the land, right? His grandfather bought it, some Nebraska, good old boy, if you guys can imagine, in the middle of the United States. He's got all this acres of land. And they called him and said, hey, we scanned your property with a satellite and we know right where the oil is. Can we come and drop a well? And the guy said, and I'm going to PG-13 it for everybody here. And the owner of the land said, well, I think you're all full of crap, but if you guys want to come spend some money, go for it. And because when you drill a dry well, that costs money and it tears up the environment. It's not eco-friendly. They dropped this pump right where the oil was, and they knew to go even deeper for more oil. And the owner, everybody, I mean, mind-blowing, right? To think of that technology and what it can do. They've now done 3D scans of gold where they can actually see where the gold is and exactly where it is. So they don't have to tear apart the land. They can actually go right to the elements. And so this is very exciting. So we're coupled that technology in with all these different elements, these different commodities, and we're able to connect them to the blockchain. So every single commodity now is tokenized and we can take advantage of it. So black gold was the first one we launched. We did incredible oil production, natural gas, right? I'm sure if you watch the news, right? Natural gas shortages, all this stuff, you can actually own that token. Grow is high yield agriculture. We have incredible fields in Ghana, you know, high yield agriculture. Digitally linked gold is actually linked to every 1 gram of gold is linked to a token of gold. Aluminum is bauxite. We have a $1 billion aluminum company. We're going to take to 10 or 5. They want to go to 5 billion. That token is associated. And then we are launching our own satellites this year. We've been renting satellites. We're going to launch our own satellites this year. It's going to have our technology. I could go in a lot of detail. We've scanned Ghana. We actually have a certification. They did a $60 million Ghana. They scanned the entire country, found the largest iron ore deposit. Just really, really incredible stuff going on with our projects. And what's exciting is they're already listed in several exchanges. So you can go and purchase these tokens. They're on the exchanges, and that gives us viability. And we're looking to get to Binance this year. Now, if any of you have ever done crypto, you know that Binance is a very big exchange. And our goal is to get there. And once you get that, you get global recognition. And so just a really, really exciting projects. They're real, they're on the exchanges, and that is what is got everybody just so pumped up about this. And so we have our debt token, we've got all these projects. Now, how do you get involved? And that is what got me excited is there's 2 ways you can get involved in the debt products, and we'll talk about the education. You can buy a perpetual license. So what this means is you own this license for the life of the project. Well, what's the life of a project? I don't know how long oil's been around, and I don't know how long, but I believe it's going to be around for a long time. So you can actually own this license. Debtbox and IX Global are just partners. You can always, if anything happens, you can go and you own that license, right? And so we've sold out. There's only a certain number of licenses available. And so we've sold out of some of them, but you can still buy Grow for now. This one's going to sell out probably soon. This is agriculture. Digitally linked gold, aluminum, Explore, that's aluminum production. And then we just launched 2 new projects. And I haven't even talked about these. So BEV is beverage distribution. So how many of you have drank a can of soda, maybe a beer, something, right? Well, those products have to move from where they're made to the store shelf. Well, a lot of new or small companies, they don't get the good rates. The big guys do. So what DebtBox said, and using technology, right? That's what this is all about. It's all about using technology to improve lives and improve systems. And then we get a royalty off of that. So what they did is they're going to take the small beverage distribution companies, our beverage companies, put them together, save them money, and we get a little piece of that. And that's going to be added into our crypto token. Now, the tokenomics are really exciting because, and tokenomics, my wife thought that was a made up word. It is not. Tokenomics is a really cool thing because what happens is when they make profit, they actually come into the market and buy tokens out of the market to burn them to never be seen again. And so as they, obviously distribution, we're going to use those profits, purchase tokens. So it creates this kind of supply where demand goes up, supply goes down, hopefully, right? And what it seems is the price of our tokens will go up. So it's very exciting projects. One of the things I said is, imagine if I had oil, I was launching a satellite and I said, hey, how would you like to have some royalties for the life of the satellite as it scans the world and finds stuff for people and countries? Would you like to have a little piece of that? Absolutely. What about natural gas? What if I could, it's like, hey, I'm going to be getting natural gas. How would you like to do a little, contribute to the project and get a little bit back in royalties, every day? Of course, right? Oil. I'd be like, heck yeah, you got oil pumps, black gold, Texas tea. Heck yes, that's what I want. So, and then our last project is BLOX. BLOX is real estate. How many of you guys know the real estate market's big? I do. It's huge. This is actually Jason Anderson's favorite project. He was going to launch it first, but the timing wasn't right. So we just launched this, and they're looking at how can we create a better system within real estate? How can we take out those fees? So it's just really, really cool stuff. But maybe this is high for you, right? Don't run away yet, right? And maybe you're like, you know what, Chris, times are tough. I don't have $2,000 or $3,000 to do something with. Well, what I love about IX Global and DebtBox is they created a solution. We created a rental program. So for $250, you can actually rent these projects for 60 days. So for 60 days, it's like you own the project and you get that token delivered to your wallet every day as if you own it for 60 days. Now, at the end of 60 days, guess what? You can rent again. But that token is yours. You can hold it, you can trade it, you can sell it. That token is yours. And there's value, there's liquidity, there's value on those tokens. Okay. And it's really, really cool. You could do multiple, you can do, try out each project, which is what I did. And I was blown away. When I got started, we didn't have rentals. You had to buy. And whenever I first saw it hit my wallet and start mining, it was like the light bulb went off. And I said, this is going to be the biggest thing we've ever seen. And I'm just so excited that we have rentals. So what's really cool about this, and I'm going to show you, is you can get started actually, depending on what you're excited about. You can get started for just a little bit and then come in and try a rental. You can do a perpetual, and we'll talk about that. But these projects are real. We've got video, we've got photos, interviews of people in here, Black Gold. They were in Ghana, Africa. They said it was incredible. The gold mining, the aluminum, right? They've got scans, all this stuff. We have a 4-minute video where they actually show the 3D scan of the gold. And it's very eco-friendly because we don't have to tear apart the land. Another thing that we're doing, so we have an app. You can download it. Let me give you a caveat before you guys get excited and download the app. Do not go create an account on the app first, right? A lot of people get excited. You want to do it through IX Global. Trust me, it's much easier. So, but we have an app that all your token, it's 2-factor authenticated. You get your own seed phrase. This is your wallet. That means it's yours. Those tokens are yours. You don't have to ask us for them. A lot of companies, they claim, oh yeah, we've got crypto, we've got tokens. No, we have it. It's on your wallet. It's yours. The second thing we're launching in February is a card. And this is really incredible because our goal is to make crypto in and out easier. How do you get crypto in? How do you get it out? How do you use it, right? When you want to use it. So we're actually launching our own debit card. We, partnership with MasterCard, where you're going to be able to utilize your money when you need it. And I think that's just incredible because it's solving problems and then generating royalties is what DebtBox does. Now, the best thing, I'll tell you all the best thing, when I got started as an entrepreneur, I didn't know anything. I was, scared. I was like, I don't know how to do this stuff. This is overwhelming. The secret is the community. And if you get anything out of this today is surround yourself with the better people and your life will get better, right? And that is something that you get here at IX Global. I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years. I'll tell you the best thing about the ups and downs has been the people I've met along the way. And some of my best friends, mentors, even Joe Martinez, I mean, the CEO, just an incredible friend and a mentor of mine too, right? And one of the hardest working guys, like I said, just amazing the people you get to meet. So surround yourself with a great community. And that's what IX Global is all about. And so we actually have an Awaken trip coming up in the Dominican Republic, but we're all about having fun, making money, and improving our lives. And so, if you want to come on this journey with us, we want to see you at these events. We want you to come with us. We're already looking at traveling around the world. We're looking at getting out to, South America, to Africa, obviously India. They just had a big event out there in Bali. So if you want to come with us, I'm telling you, it'll just the people you meet, surrounding yourself in that environment, that's the best thing you could do for 2023, in my opinion. So to get down to nitty gritty, and then I'm going to show you one more way that you can make money in IX Global. So if you want to get involved today, the Pro Pack will get you all the trading channels, okay? $145. Now, if any of you have ever been to a seminar, I've been to a lot of seminars. Normally, if somebody's going to teach you how to trade, if you've ever met one of those gurus, they charge you like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Here at IX Global for $145, you can actually get all the trading channels, all the education. My favorite is the Empire team. I got a lot of love for those guys, so I love the Pro Pack. If you just want to tip your foot in on the trading, right? You just, and maybe you're like, hey, you know what? I do want to learn a little bit of the markets. Maybe I'm not ready to go pro. You can do the basic, right? For $115. The We Pack is like, you're kind of just testing the water on it. It's $50. And if you just want to do X node, you can get started for $10, which is really great, right? And what I tell people is like, if you want to get in the trading, grab a pack. If you just are thinking about the nodes and you're like, maybe I want to check this out. I always tell people, hey, get with a person, get in for $10 and try a rental, because, it's going to be great. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. The risk, I mean, obviously make the best decision for yourself. But I just always say, hey, take a look at this. If you can make it happen, at least try one of these rentals on a project that gets you excited, because once you get a taste, it's a lot of fun. So the last piece here for everybody I want to cover is, and let me see, look at this. I'm doing so good on time, man. Let me see. I got Ozzy here messaging me. I just want to make sure that I'm, hey, there we go. Awesome. So building a business. So one of the really cool things about IX Global is these products are amazing, right? Like, who doesn't want to make money in the markets? Who doesn't want to make extra money in crypto that, you can earn rewards daily? That's exciting. Well, guess what? It's almost natural that if like all of a sudden your life is changing, you're learning, you're growing, you're going to want to share it with others. And that's the cool thing about the X node. I don't know how many people are like, they start and they're like, hey, I was showing my brother this, or my cousin or my friend, and they want to know if can they do this too? It's like, yeah. And actually you'll make a little money doing it too. And so becoming a digital entrepreneur is also great here, because you can build a business. And what's great, and obviously, this is not advice, but man, there's incredible benefits, tax benefits for running your own business. There's just so many things that, the growth and everything. And what an extra way to build a plan B and make some extra money. So what IX Global did is it created the most incredible compensation plan ever built. Joe Martinez pays between 70 to 85 cents of a dollar goes to people like us for sharing the opportunity of IX Global, for sharing the debt box, for sharing, the financial education. And that's incredible. So people here are making incredible incomes, and it's just exploding around the world because you have the nodes, right? These rentals, because a lot of people aren't just renting one. A lot of people are doing 2, 3, 5 rentals. Well, guess what? That's one side of the rocket. And our compensation plan is the other side of the rocket, where people are making an extra $500,000, $10,000 a month and more. So it's just like a rocket ship. That's why IX Global is now the biggest, hottest thing. And if you want to be part of the biggest, hottest thing, you're going to want to join here today. But let me show you our compensation plan real quick, because it's very simple, right? Simplicity is key. A lot of companies say, oh, we pay 20 ways. No, they probably pay you, the small person 2, and the big guys, they get 20. Trust me, there's a lot of things I could go into, but simplicity is the best part of IX Global. And our compensation plan, pays so much money. I promise you, most companies will not try and copy us because most owners want to take that money for themselves. Trust me. Joe Martinez said, we're not going to have huge offices. We're not going to fly around in private jets. I want my people getting paid for the work that they do. And that's what's so great. So anything you do, so you go out this and refer this to friends. If they decide to do the education, the nodes, purchase a node, you're going to get a direct bonus. And that is a residual direct bonus. Does everybody know what residual means? When I found out about residual money, money showing up for doing the work one time, that changed my life, right? How do you create, they call it beach money. How do you create a way to retire, right? How do you create a way that you can do what you love and have freedom? And, I meant to say this early on. I remember hearing it, but most people, when they write down their what's, happening to them in their lives, right? What are your problems? And you start writing them down and you realize that the number about 80 to 90% of those problems will go away with a little more money. And especially now, right? Because everything's getting more expensive. So how do you create a way that money shows up for doing the work once? And that's what I love about IX Global is everything you do here is a residual. So direct bonus. So, and you can share this with as many people as you want. Now, after that, what I tell people is at least when you get started, go out there and find 3 people. 3 people, you're going to achieve a $100 bonus called apprentice. So 3 people, you're making $100 plus those direct bonuses. So for an example, let's say you're on a pro pack and 3 people do a pro pack, you're going to earn 145 and you're paying 145. So you've now are earning more than you're paying. Guess what? It's amazing, right? You're now being paid by the company to trade, right? And so from there, what we teach people is go help them get 3. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll pay you weekly. Every week we do a rank bonus. Okay. Now there's 3 parts, right? Direct bonus. Well, 4, direct bonus, apprentice bonus, and then the rank bonus, you'll earn between $400 to $500 a month with 12 people. How do you make 1,000? Go help those 3 get 3. How do you make 2,000? Help those 3 get 3. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. You go get 10, who get 10, whatever. But this is so exciting because what would an extra $500 or $1,000 a month do for you? It's huge, right? How about 2,000? How about on this graph, you can see global influencer. How about $2,000 a week? That's life-changing, right? And it doesn't stop there. What we do is we build a 2-team structure. We call it a binary. So you will actually put your people, whoever you bring in, your team, you actually put them on 2 legs. And guess what? I told you what I tell you to apprentice. I say, go find 3. Well, guess what? Where's that 3rd person go? There's only 2 legs. They get to go under somebody. So that volume helps that. And so we can drive teams, we can help grow, and we actually pay out a 10 to 15 to 20% bonus on this. And so every week you're getting paid on the lesser leg, right? And I'm not going to go into super detailed comp plan. If you want to learn more, please get with the person that brought you here. We actually have some great videos that can explain this a little bit more. I'm going to show you a graph and then we're going to wrap up, but don't get too overwhelmed by this. I just want to show you, these are our ranks. These are the team commissions. You can see that they actually go up in percentage. So I don't know if any of you have ever worked a job where you try to get a raise from your boss and they laugh at you. Here, the harder you work, the more money you make, and you can actually give yourself a bonus from 15% to 20%. This is just volume, right? Sales volume. Our leg maxes, I just want to hit on this real quick. The higher you go up in our company, the easier it actually is to rank up. And this shows you about the clients. This is an average, but you can kind of see 12 people, you're making a fantastic income. And the last thing I wanted to say here is, we have our #1 guy making over $1 million a month. And so what that says is you can achieve whatever dream you want to achieve here at IX Global. So, and that's not including what he's making in his trading or in his crypto or whatever. So this is an exciting, exciting opportunity. It's just a privilege to be here. We have a lot of exciting things coming down the pipeline. We're growing like crazy. And so if you're brand new to this, what I'll say is, if you're excited, tell the person that invited you, if you have questions, tell them, hey, I need some more information. if you want to get started, I would recommend get started today. Get in where you fit in. If you want to just do the nodes, you can do that, right? If you want to get in on the trading, I do the PROPAC and I do rentals. I do perpetuals. I love everything we have here, and they're all incredible. So get in where you fit in. And if not, that's okay. What I would say is if this isn't for you, just let the person know, but maybe you know somebody that would be excited about this. Maybe you know somebody that you would want to refer and say, hey, you know what, this isn't for me, but hey, my uncle's really into crypto. But if you do want to build a business here, we help you every step of the way. We do calls like this all week. We have incredible support. We're looking at traveling around the country and around the world as we speak, doing more events, doing more things. But what's so cool about this business is we're also connected now with Zoom. Right? It's like we can be in the room together, right? And so I promise you, if you're excited about this and you want to come all in with us, we'll support you every step of the way. And I just want to say I really appreciate everyone jumping on tonight. And I usually try to keep these pretty short and sweet. And so with that, I'd love to wrap up tonight. If you guys have questions, we do a Monday call, we do a Wednesday call like this, we do an X node training. So I promise you, we're going to get you guys all set up, get with the person who invited you. And I really appreciate you all getting on here tonight. So thank you, Pretty. I'm just seeing some of the messages. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for jumping on. I look forward to meeting all of you in person soon. I'm sure we can share some fun stories. If you're ever out here, I see us some Utahs here. If you guys want to get together anytime, please let me know. Find me on Facebook. I live in Park City, and I'm sure you're going to hear a lot new, exciting stuff as we come to your neck of the woods. So thank you. Thank you. Everyone have a safe morning, night, wherever you are in the world, and we'll all see you all soon. Okay. Thank you all. Good night. Oh, Chris Langle. That's my name. Thank you. Oh, Monday meeting is 12 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, I'm answering a few more. Superb. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, we have some Telegram channels. Most of our stuff, we've got some Facebook groups. But if you're looking for some more information, Steve, I would get with whoever invited you, okay?